Welcome to today's quick win. Today we explore why proactive people management can make a massive difference to your time, frustration and profits. People management is not always easy. It takes practice, but it can be learned. And these days we have the added complexity of remote team members. Managing people can be the most difficult and yet highly rewarding undertaking when scaling your business. The trick is to put things in place to prevent issues rather than having to solve them on the run. The benefits of managing your people effectively are: 1. You spend less time putting out fires in your business. Awesome. 2. You create a culture people enjoy. Yay. And 3. Your people feel valued and a sense of success. Awesome. Now, all of this translates into more time for you and more profits for your business. Plus, this creates a really solid platform for you and your team to grow personally and professionally. What a great thing. As Richard Branson says, train your team so they can leave and treat them well enough so they don't want to. Let's uncover the secrets to simple people management and refocus you on more important strategic business activities. Get yourself comfy as we dive into today's quick win. Let's do it. Are you ready to work less, stress less, and make more money? I bet you're tired of working really hard, putting in crazy hours, and still not getting the results you know you deserve. How about we swap constant overwhelm for ease and grace and take your business to the next level? Imagine having absolute certainty with every decision you make. There's a way you can achieve it all without losing yourself. I'm Deb Field, quick win coach, business boss and keep it simple CEO. I've been successfully taking small, medium and large businesses to the next level for decades. Want to learn how? Go grab your favourite cuppa. I'm about to share powerful quick wins you can apply today. Let's create business magic with your heart at the centre of everything you do. So what is the sweet spot for managing the people in your organisation? How much time should you invest? Well, let's shoot for not too much, not too little, but as Goldilocks would say it, just right. There are 3 phases where you can impact your team's performance. 1 is hiring the right people for the right job at the right time. 2, once they're hired, you need to know their knowledge and experience gaps, understand their personality, and induct them into your business and culture with care and consideration. And 3, once they're employed, you manage their performance, provide appropriate recognition, and facilitate growth. Now, although each phase contributes to the amount of time you will need to put into managing your people, I will only touch on hiring and inducting, but spend most of this episode on how to manage your team. Firstly, let's acknowledge the cost to your business of hiring the wrong person. This may surprise you. According to careerbuilder.com, the wrong candidate will cost you approximately $14,000. However, it's also suggested that each person you lose costs you double their salary to recruit, hire and train. Regardless of who is right here, we can surmise that the costs are very high. Money is one thing, the time cost is another. Each person that you lose costs you both time and money. Additionally, hiring the wrong person saps team morale and causes a 39% decline in productivity of the team. When you come to think of it, when someone comes in and leaves, people are picking up the ball and they're feeling a little bit down with what's happened. They're a little bit confused and thrown off. This is an important factor, 39% decline in productivity of the team. A Forbes magazine article by AJ Ignacio shares research that suggests 40 to 50% failure rate in new hires. That's expensive. You basically have a 50-50 chance of getting this right. And the Harvard Business Review claims that of those that leave jobs, 80% are attributed to hiring the wrong candidate. Wow, that's an interesting stat, 80%. Now this applies at all levels of the organisation. And as Peter Drucker says, the ability to make good decisions about people represents one of the last reliable sources of competitive advantage, since very few organisations are very good at it. So what I'm suggesting here is get very good at it. Yep, hiring the wrong person is very costly, generates frustration, and is a huge waste of time for you and your team. Look, I'll put together a future episode on this because there's a lot of ways we can mitigate this issue and find the right people for the job. P.S. Attitude is everything. Let's now focus on the onboarding or inducting of your new team member. An hour spent here will return 100 hours back later. Never underdo the onboarding of a new hire. The Australian Employee Manual says effective onboarding has been shown to increase employee performance by up to 11%. I'm going to suggest from my experience that it is actually much higher than that. Additionally, Fortune reports that 80% of new hires who receive poor onboarding plan to quit, especially if they're remote workers. That's scary. That's a lot of people, 80%. So we must get this right to ensure our new hires can hit the ground running in their job, nurture the culture you are fostering, and feel valued and cared for. After all, if you want them to stay, you must create the environment they appreciate. I will create a future episode dedicated to onboarding new hires very soon, so stay tuned for that one. So for now, we launch into the people management side of your business. I know in episode 13 we talked about how to meet the 6 human needs of your employees. However, today we will expand further to cover all aspects of managing and leading your people. As business owners, we want to step into the leadership role mostly because most of the time we're acting purely as managers. So let's look at the difference. A manager will focus on things, whereas leaders focus on people. A manager executes a plan, whereas leaders create and drives a vision. Managers focus on the present, whereas leaders look to the future. Managers work more on control, whereas leaders work more on empowerment. Managers manage change, whereas leaders drive change. Managers use authority, whereas leaders use influence. Managers improve weaknesses, whereas leaders improve strengths. And managers delegate, whereas leaders coach. To effectively drive your business as an owner, you need to be both. One is tactical and the other is strategic. One works in the business and the other on the business. Eventually, as you scale, you will put managers in place so you can work predominantly at the strategic level. So here we go, strap your seatbelts on. We are going to dive into the 7 critical factors for managing your people. Number 1, communication. And by the way, this includes engagement, recognition, and feedback. First, set up regular, planned, and time-efficient meetings. Don't waste time with all that heavy discussion and blah, blah, blah in meetings. It costs you a lot of time and money. Get planned, invite only those that are needed, and have a clear agenda. Episode 6 is invaluable as a resource here. Next, conduct regular one-on-ones with your leadership team. This should be a two-way meeting. Have a set agenda that enables you both to understand any issues, provide feedback, and report on important matters. Of course, rapport building is critical in all of these meetings. I recommend that you maintain a log of discussion points and actions. Always deliver on your actions and ensure you follow up on the actions of your leaders. Next, recognise good work wherever you can. Ensure your praise is timely, specific, and delivered in a caring and personal manner. Where possible, small gestures or even large gestures of generosity, if they're appropriate, can be well received by the team. So be generous. Ensure there's a way for anyone in your organisation to raise a red flag that something is wrong or that they need help. There is nothing worse than having an issue, not being confident you can raise it, or having no way to escalate it. Everyone should be able to provide feedback, both positive and critical. Ensure these mechanisms are in place and working. And finally, random engagement opportunities are a fantastic way to connect with your team. I can assure you these are always well received. Drop in with coffees, call them and check in, find ways to engage outside of your formal channels, let them know what you notice and thank them for their efforts. Be random, be open, be authentic and connect. So number 2, resolving conflicts. The way you handle conflicts is important. It must be dealt with swiftly and respectfully. Your people will watch with interest when something happens. They will want to see you being firm but fair. They will expect you to resolve everything quickly. They will want to see you remaining calm and deal with the issues rather than making things personal. Episode 5 has some great strategies to managing conflict in the workplace. Have a listen, it's a bit of a laugh as well. Next, know your people and their personalities so you can best navigate any conflict. I highly recommend learning about personality types and applying this lens when you're managing issues in the workplace. Of course, knowing your own personality type will add heaps of value here because you don't want your emotions engaged whenever dealing with conflict. Try and remain centered and try and remain calm. It's critical in your business. Number 3, managing delivery and performance. The best way to ensure you are managing your team's performance is to put KPIs in place, to communicate them clearly and report on them frequently. Definitely get your team involved in creating these KPIs. Episode 10 provides you everything you need to set these up easily and effectively. Love KPIs. Definitely do that. It's a winner. Next, be absolutely clear when allocating tasks to be done. In episode 2, I provide insight for this one. In short, document what you need, when you need it, and what you expect. You can never over-communicate task assignments. Never make assumptions that people understand. Always validate with open communication and questions. Next, if you're delegating tasks, ensure you are clear on the scope of their decision-making, including what they can spend without approval. Be as clear as you can and always communicate in writing. Document it. That helps you and it helps your staff. Next, don't wait till the deadline to check on important deliveries. Check in on the way to ensure your team has what they need. They can escalate risks and issues and leverage support if needed. Number 4, drive the culture. Ensure the culture you want is well documented and communicated and includes the company values. Always correct anything that crosses the cultural lines and do it quickly. Ensure your policies and procedures are updated accordingly. And as an owner and leader, you must always be a role model for your culture. You must always walk the talk. And I mean always. Never ever cross that line. Ensure your work environment is safe. Train your people to look out for physical and psychological hazards. And have a reporting mechanism in place to report them and resolve them. FYI, I have a well-respected thought leader who will be joining us in a few weeks to share insights into workplace culture, including new thinking around the impacts of gossip. Definitely tune in for that one. Number 5, promote growth. Find out what each person on your team wants to achieve in their career. This may be personal or professional growth. Find a way to support their desire. Provide training for skills within your organisation and provide opportunities for growth that are not specific to your organisation. For example, learning about personality types. I know I always ran a 2-hour workshop for my team so they would know about different personality types and understand what drives them, what they avoid, what they seek, and what they need. It was amazing how the team got to understand each other's differences and started working more collaboratively together. If you think this could benefit your team, email support@quickwinsforbusiness.com and we can schedule this online live workshop for you and your team. Next, foster a safe place to make mistakes. Everyone needs this room. Allow your team to learn by doing. Provide safety nets if needed, otherwise give them a go. They might just surprise you. Number 6, define clear roles and responsibilities and concise job descriptions. How can we expect our people to be successful and perform effectively if we don't give them clear scope and expectations for their role? Ensure the roles are reviewed and updated regularly. Ensure these include skills required, knowledge required, and experience required. Additionally, you would include who they report to, what decision-making rights they have, and any budget responsibilities. And last but not least, number 7, inspire, involve, and foster innovation. Continuous improvement initiatives involving your team are typically way more successful than changes implemented by one person. Inspire your team to think of better ways to do their job. Inspire them to make suggestions and highlight problems or opportunities in the business. Foster innovation. You may want to have a way for your team to make suggestions. However, listen carefully. Never ask for suggestions if you are not going to follow each and every single one of them up. Because if you don't follow every single one of these up, the team will lose faith in you and believe you don't find their ideas valuable. I have seen this in so many organisations. Unless they put something in place to manage and process these amazing ideas, it is a disbenefit to your organisation. Here's perhaps a better way. Set up your KPIs with your team and measure your KPIs. Understand how your business is performing, and then collectively agree on the next problem or opportunity to work on. Then get them involved in a structured problem-solving exercise to find the root cause of the problem and then solve it. Definitely listen to episode 3 if you need a structured problem-solving approach. Highly recommended. Or if you need a facilitator to run your team's workshop, email me at support@quickwinsforbusiness.com and I can work with you and your team via an online workshop to get this done. And by the way, when they participate in a workshop like this, they start forming a problem-solving mindset. And there's nothing better than when your team's trying to find things to fix and they're trying to put things in and they've got ideas and someone pipes up and says, "What problem are you trying to solve?" And then off they go into a problem-solving initiative. Good to see. Anyway, so there you have it. 7 critical success factors to manage the people in your business. At the end of the day, treat people how you would want to be treated. I know I want to be respected, cared for, cherished, loved, kept safe, secure, and allowed to make decisions, deliver value, and bring my heart into a business. Let's inspire our people and enable them to be great. In closing, being a business owner and leader requires proactive people management. If you can get this right, your team will do it all. Your people are your most important asset. They will make or break you and your business. I suggest you apply some or all of these techniques over time to create and drive an amazing team. After all, you want them to be autonomous, empowered, confident, delivery focused, and vision inspired. You are the only one that can ensure they can do this. It does not happen by accident. Strong processes, structures, roles and responsibilities, planned comms and consistency will go a long way in your business. Richard Branson says it's so simple. Take care of your employees and they take care of your business. Hire the right people, onboard them carefully and manage them respectfully, and you will spend less time on managing your business and more time on your strategic initiatives. This could be the best investment you ever make. Have a great day. I hope you loved today's episode and it provides value to you and your business. There are 2 quick things you can do to pay it forward. 1, share this episode with other women you know and love. And 2, take 30 seconds to leave a review on Apple Podcast. This will enable more women in business to receive this valuable information. Let's share the love. Finally, go to quickwinsforbusiness.com. Get your free business checklist and join our private Facebook community where I'll be sharing additional quick win tools. Let's work together. Join me here next week with another exciting episode sharing more quick wins for your business. Have a great day.